Hi guys, I'm Annabelle Knight and you're watching the Lovehoney YouTube channel, the place where we talk about sex and sex toys so that when you shop at the Lovehoney website, you know what the heck you're doing. This week we are talking about erogenous zones. But before I dive right in, I have got to remind you that if you never want to miss another one of our episodes, you're going to need to click that subscribe button. Now, according to Monica Geller, there are 7 erogenous zones, but we now kind of know that there are actually a lot more. Let's talk about what an erogenous zone actually is. Well, simply put, it is a part of your body that you get a sexual response from being touched. So that can be absolutely anything. It's entirely dependent on you as to what you find sexy. Now let's start with probably the most common and most well-known erogenous zone, and that is your genitals. Whether you own a penis or a vulva, it's probably a fact that you like your genitals being touched during sexual experiences, and that's because they are packed with pleasurable nerve endings that elicit a sexual response when stimulated. The nape of the neck is also considered to be a very sensual erogenous zone, and that's because it taps into your emotional intimacy with your partner, because allowing them access to your neck, which is a very vulnerable part of the body, shows that you trust them. Now the next erogenous zone I want to talk about are the ears, and that's because they have very sensitive skin and lots of nerve receptors inside, and when they're touched or stroked, they send pleasurable signals to the brain, eliciting a sexual response. Some other erogenous zones are the lower part of the tummy, and that's because that builds positive anticipation to the act of sex, which involves your genitals. So essentially, if you start from the top and work your way down, you're on to a winner. Now for our next erogenous zone, we are going to journey south to the feet. Now some people find foot stimulation super sexy. Some people find it really ticklish, but if you can get past that, it can be super sensual. And again, that's because you have very sensitive skin on the bottoms of your feet. The buttocks can also be an erogenous zone, and that's because you're zoning in again on the pleasure center, which is the genitals. Now the beauty of erogenous zones is that everyone has a slightly different setup, and the fun is finding them. Take this opportunity to explore your body either by yourself or with your partner and find out what works for you. You might want to try sensual massage of your sides. Again, you have really sensitive skin there, so that can feel absolutely fantastic when stimulated. There's also the bottom of your back to consider, and even the very top of your head. Essentially, your body is a bit of a pleasure map, and everyone has a slightly different setup when it comes to erogenous zones. The fun is finding them. Take your time to experiment with yourself or with your partner and find out what works for you. You can move on from an erogenous zone and you can move back to an erogenous zone. It's entirely up to you. It's all about what feels good in the moment and what provides you sexual and sensual satisfaction. So there you have it, erogenous zones in a nutshell. If you've liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. For notifications, click that bell. If you've got anything you want to add, please pop your comments in the comments box below. If you never want to miss another one of our videos, hit that subscribe button. And if you just can't wait for another one, then don't worry, because there's one coming up right now. Thanks again for watching. I've been Annabelle Knight, and you've been watching the Lovehoney YouTube channel. Bye!